Every evening before dark, the man anxiously waited for his son to return home. If his son was even a few minutes late, he would scold him harshly, then rush to lock all doors and windows, making sure not even a fly could get in. Only once everything was secured would the family sit down to eat. In this post-apocalyptic world, nightfall marked the end of humanity's dominion. Staying indoors was the sole rule for survival. But this precarious routine didn't last long. One evening, their dog suddenly started frantically digging at the floor, a sight that instantly put the whole family on alert. Seconds later, the front door began to shake violently, as though a creature outside was trying to break in. Terrified, the father braced himself against the door, doing everything he could to keep the monster out. Thankfully, the noise eventually subsided, and they narrowly escaped the immediate danger. When dawn broke, they inspected the door, now marred with deep claw marks. It was clear that the door could no longer keep them safe, and they needed to repair it with new wood before nightfall. Thankfully, the creatures feared sunlight, so they had daylight hours to gather supplies, but they knew they had to be back well before sunset. That day, however, something went wrong. As the sun began to set, the father realized that his two sons hadn't shown up at their meeting spot. Assuming they'd returned home, he hurried back, only to find that only his younger son had made it back. Without hesitation, he ran back outside to search for Nick. Meanwhile, Nick, rushing home, had slipped and fallen into a crack in the ground. As night descended, he started to hear terrifying noises approaching. Luckily, these sounds also led his father to him. Just as a monstrous creature was about to attack, his father arrived in time to fight it off. For their safety, the father and son decided to spend the night in the sheltered spot, waiting for daylight before attempting to make their way home.